Teryl, we are a company no longer predominantly women, but we have a lot of women working here. And I noticed a headline yesterday saying in South Africa, women are paid 25% less than men doing the same job. I don't think that's the case at Accsys, but do you have any background to this, any further information?
Well, I think that where the articles that I've been reading have been talking about is this motherhood penalty, which I think is really interesting for that women on average lose 10% of earnings compared to their equivalent male or male counterpart with each child that they have. And in fact, that men, and we talk about internationally, not only in South Africa, actually get a boost of earnings when they have children, which is quite interesting. Well, because I think all of a sudden, first of all, they now realize that they've got a bigger responsibility, and so they probably ask for more income. And women maybe are not asking those same questions. But what is quite interesting is that by the time you hit the ages between 36 and 44, that is when women are actually earning at their worst compared to men, and that could be to probably have some connection with this motherhood penalty. Now, I haven't done any real research on it because it's quite new to me to think about it from this angle, but certainly we are aware of that differentiation in earnings between women and men, and it's an international issue that women are not earning the same salaries for doing the equivalent job.
Do you think this is because women don't speak up as much as men? Or is it some ingrained bias with decision makers?
I think, unfortunately, it starts with your first job. If you don't negotiate the right salary at your very first interview, what you're on then is a slower trajectory. And if you take time off to have children as well, that can also impact, because what happens if you're on leave at the time of increases on maternity leave? Then when you come back, you might get an increase, but it might not be at the same level. Yeah. And so there are a number of different factors that create the problem. But as women, we need to be negotiating salaries more strongly. We need to feel more confident in going in and saying, but this is what I deliver. Am I earning the same as other people who are doing the same thing? Not necessarily only men, but am I being fairly paid?
Yes. So equal pay for equal work.
Exactly. Yes. So you have to have those conversations.